with John Cena announcing the John Cena Classic, and fans vote for the John Cena Classic champion. Now, if you didn't watch Backlash, a lot of
Backlash.
people Backlash. If you didn't watch Backlash, a lot of people assumed that the ground-breaking, ground-shaking, life-changing announcement from John Cena was going to be a plug for Club WWE, but to my surprise, it wasn't. It was actually for a new championship, and I think it's a show too, right? Like it's an actual like PLE, the John Cena Classic.
Continental
So
Classic.
so Cena announced the John Cena Classic, which will feature main roster talent against NXT talent, and the winner of the classic will receive the Cena Classic Championship. So I don't know what that's going to look like. Is it going to go the way of the Crown Jewel Championship, where they had a belt, but then I think, did they just change it to a diamond ring, or did they have both? Yeah, that changed, and I don't know if it's going to be like that or if it's going to be like a trophy. I guess we'll see. But the winner of this John Cena Classic receives the Cena Classic Championship, and this is the other thing that kind of made me scratch my head is that the winner of the championship will be decided by a fan vote, meaning that even if a superstar loses the match, they could still win the championship if the fans vote for them. So this had my hamster wheel turning. And I mean, Chris, since the winner's decided by a fan vote, regardless of the match results, do you feel like this devalues the in-ring aspect of the tournament? Do you feel like it turns the Wrestling Classic into a popularity contest? What do you think?
I mean, I think it literally makes it that, because if it ultimately comes down to a vote, then like why even have a match? You know what I mean? Like let's say they have the matches, and then no matter what, they vote for, I don't know, Joe Schmo for champ, even though they lost their match or whatever in like the first round. Like I don't understand. I feel like there has to be like some kind of a guardrail or some kind of it's like, all right, well, you can vote for, I don't know, like how I don't even know what that looks like, to be honest.
It could be like how Cyber Sunday worked, where it was like three obvious choices that no one would ever pick, and then like a super. It's like, oh, do you want Eugene, Santino Marella, Mae Young, or Stone Cold Steve Austin to be referee? You know what I mean? Like you'd get like three options that no one would
Santino,
probably
baby.
pick. Yeah, but I could see that happening. You know. But I think it doesn't work in this instance because it's not a stipulation. You are pushing superstars, developmental talent, and like regular superstars. So it's like you wouldn't want to be like saying, "Oh, this is a shit person. This is a shit person." You know, because I feel like they would actually want to see who the fans really like. I think that's important to them. So I feel like they probably want the best of the best, and then have people pick. But I mean, David, what do you think of the fan vote, regardless of the match results? Do you feel like this devalues the in-ring part of the tournament?
I I don't think any of it makes sense. like, like I like like I
True.
get the fan vote thing, but it's just like, how does one? I don't believe it. I don't buy it because the sport itself is a work. Like
Yeah.
Well, not only that,
so,
is it like in like ring
it's like
audience, or is it like somehow, is it like American Idol, like you text it
yeah,
real quick, like how, like
yep.
who's actually voting for it, you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm sure they'll give us more details, and they might even talk about it on Raw after this airs or SmackDown. But I don't know. I mean, like that definitely left me with a lot more questions than
Like
answers.
like even with like Cyber Sunday and all of those, like I always felt those were a work. Like I don't care. Even when they go in interviews and go, "Oh, I didn't know what was going on." Like, yeah, you did, brother. This whole thing's a work.
Yeah. That was their way of trying to, make
Like,
kayfabe work with the internet.
Yeah. Interactive.
Yeah, right.
Well, okay, so let's go with like let's assume it's not a work though. Let's assume that they have all these choices.
It's a shoot.
And in an era of internet fandom, what do you what would happen if like the fans just collectively decide like to do a campaign to vote for like a joke candidate or person to win the the Cena Classic Championship?
Fans
do you
shooting.
think Yeah, Chris, do you think WWE is prepared for fans to like hijack the Cena Classic Championship and have like someone who, I don't know, like let's say
Luigi Primo?
Yeah, like they put in like up and coming talent, but it's like people who, maybe like a Luigi Primo, for example, like he gets pushed all the way to win the Cena Classic, and you have like other people in there, like I don't know, Sol Ruka. Well, like, this is the other thing. I'm like, there's gonna be a women's version, a men's version? How's that gonna work? I think that's the other thing that they have to like figure out. But Chris, like, what do you think about a possibility of like you got SmackDown, Raw superstars, and NXT talent, and there's like an up and coming person on NXT who doesn't necessarily have a push behind them, but then everyone just kind of campaigns for
memes them into existence. I mean,
memes them into existence.
I mean, I feel like that's a huge possibility, and they have to assume that. Like, if you're like, oh, you're gonna give the fans reign over these choices, like, you don't think they're gonna like meme like a champion into existence and then run with that? Like, they have to assume that.
I hope whoever wins their actual award they have to go against Obafemi. If it gets voted in and it's some stupid Cinderella story, it's like, all right, little
it's just a trap to get squashed.
Trap door.
Here's the ruler.
The illusion of choice.
This is your champion, people. All right, here.
Yeah, this is like Return of the Jedi, and they're in front of Jabba the Hutt, and the trapdoor opens up, and you got a Rancor. Like, all right, fight this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, I think there's a real possibility that fans, and again, like, we don't know what the voting mechanism is going to be. Is it going to be, maybe they're going to use the WWE Club, whatever this is. Maybe it's an app, and then you vote on there. I could see that being a possibility.
Collect hashtags.
Yeah, or hashtags. I mean, I wouldn't trust that. Like, I feel like there's whole bot farms that could totally just mess that shit up, and I wouldn't trust that at all. So I honestly don't know.
It's like a subscription service. You have
verified.
To pay to play. You have to pay a monthly fee or some shit to
yeah, I mean, maybe it's a verification kind of system. I don't know. Oh, Chris, how do you book a tournament where wins and losses technically don't determine the champ? Does it like how would you like? So let's assume. Again, I'm trying to make sense of this. So wins and losses don't really matter. So how do you book matches like this? How do you put people against each other? Does it then just look like an exhibition match like Saturday Night's Main Event in December? Because I think they did that to a certain extent in John Cena's retirement PLE, or Saturday Night's Main Event, but it was a John Cena PLE, where they had, like Cody Rhodes go against Obafemi, and the wins and losses didn't necessarily matter because it felt more like a showcase of the younger talent. So can you see that being logical?
Like, how would you Dynamite?
Well, how would you book a tournament when wins and losses don't technically matter?
I mean, you would like
determine the championship.
You would put like wrestlers who seem like they're in like a similar, aura, so to speak. Whoever that might be. I can't even think of an example, but like wrestlers that maybe have similar builds, or just do the opposite, just like unlikely, matchups. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, David, how would you if wins and losses weren't any of the goals, how would you book a tournament like this? Like if you had Raw, SmackDown, NXT, how would you book that kind of thing?
I do a couple matches where I'm like, all right, you guys have a banger. Like, all right, you over there, you gotta come up from behind. You gotta get your ass beat for 8 minutes. And since none of it matters, the vote can just go to who tells the best story. I don't freaking know.
Would you put current champions in these matches?
Yeah,
Or would
sure.
you take them off? Because I'm
Just
thinking
not just not
Tony
the top of the card.
D'Angelo. Would you put Tony D'Angelo in this match?
Yeah, I put him against like Trick Williams or something that's happened 1,000 times, but it'd be fresh on a different platform.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm curious how far they're going to extend this invitation to. Like, do they also do Evolve? Like, do they put Aaron Rourke or Wendy Chu on the tournament thing? The Forbidden Door, TNA? Like, do they put TNA people on there? I don't know about that, but I think it's going to be WWE because then people will definitely meme a TNA person into
AAA,
a win.
Mr. Iguana.
Oh, maybe AAA. That's a good point. Well, who do you? Okay, so let's. It sounds like NXT people are inevitable to be in this tournament. Who on the NXT roster do you feel like stands to gain the most from being in the same ring as main roster talent under the Cena banner? Because there's a lot of people you can pick from. I mean, Tony D'Angelo. I mean, you could put Miles Bourne in there. Let's assume there's a women's one. You put Lola Vice in there. Tatum Paxley. Either of the Vanity Project. I'm trying to think who would be the most interesting.
Lexus King.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, I feel like Lexus King has been on the NXT roster. I feel like the longest. Like everyone has been like called up except for him. It feels like
He's like the JC Jane of his class. Because JC Jane got called up pretty late compared to everyone else.
Has she been there for a while? Yeah, I mean, at least she got called up.
She just got called up, but she missed like 2 to 3 call-ups.
Yeah, maybe Nikita Lyons, like if there was a women's one, I think putting her in
Lizzie
there
Rain
would be interesting. Lizzie Rain, I mean, like I'm not opposed to having people who just started get like a rocket strapped to them because I feel like it's been working really well for Obafemi. Like he was on NXT for like what 2 years, then gets called up.
Mason Rook.
Then he immediately gets pushed. I could see. Yeah, I mean, I think for the men, I think the Vanity Project guys, that'd be too early, in my opinion. But I could see Tony D'Angelo.
Got to give the New Japan champion some freaking just juice right out the gate.
Yeah, I mean, Lexus King, Miles Bourne. I think those are good. And then from the women, I mean, Thea Hale.
Not only the men, but the women.
Zaria. I would put her on there too. So yeah, I mean, like NXT, I mean, it makes the most sense. You don't just do Raw and SmackDown. I mean, I guess unless there are guys who are on the current main roster and still need like that extra push, or like they gave Royce Keys the trophy. Did they do an Andre the Battle or Giant thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you got people on the main roster, so maybe some of them need an additional bump. I'm not opposed to doing that. If an NXT talent wins the fan vote over an established Raw or SmackDown star, Chris, do you feel like that official? What do you think that means for like Raw and SmackDown talent? Because then theoretically you have Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and it boils down to a popularity contest. So if no one on Raw or SmackDown wins the fan vote, but an NXT superstar does, what do you think that means for main roster talent? Doesn't mean anything.
I mean, I don't think it means anything at all. Because I mean, people are gonna tune in no matter what, just because like the show itself is popular. But if it's like an individual wrestler, I don't know. I don't think it does anything for those two shows, Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, David, what do you think? Similar thoughts?
I think it means that they should get called up like in a sooner than later time.
Yeah.
But also, I'm sure it depends on what their plans are. I'm sure it could lead to either a big push in NXT to get more eyes on NXT or finding some type of program, say with whatever wrestler that was in on the main roster. And there you go.
Someone made a cynical comment saying that this is potentially a mechanism to determine who gets cut from the roster.
Damn.
Like based on like popularity, they're like, oh, well, they picked
Squid
this person
Game.
over this person, so we're gonna let this person go. Do you think there's any weight to that theory?
Nah.
I mean, maybe. Like, all right, we're cutting salaries.
Well, nobody likes you, so here you go.
Here's the
Here's
boot.
your walking papers.
No.
I would say I would say also no, but like just having, I feel like roster cuts. This is the thing that I don't like. People always like blow this out of proportion because like it happens every single year, and people are saying like it's TKO's fault. This has happened under Vince McMahon every single year too. After WrestleMania, roster cuts are not a new thing. So I don't know if it's just new fans watching since TKO got taken over, and they're misinterpreting or misremembering how it was under Vince McMahon. But roster cuts were totally normal. I mean, like during COVID, there was a whole plague of roster cuts in like 2021 that they let go. I mean, Chelsea Green has been let go previously. Yeah, I mean, like there's been so many roster cuts before. So
Drew McIntyre
has been let go, and then he came back, and then didn't he come back on NXT?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, this isn't a new thing.
You got to remember that fans
yeah.
are very reactionary, so they're just like literally probably on their phone. They just read the headline and they're just like, blah, blah, just freaking start writing out their message about it.
I mean, I do think
fan amnesia.
A lot of it is performative because if we try and remember something that was like scandalous or whatever like a month ago, and you ask their opinion on that specific thing, they're not going to remember or know what you're talking about because they already moved on to the next scandalous thing to tweet about, So I don't think this is a complete possibility. But yeah, using it as a mechanism to cut people off the roster, I mean, that'd be kind of unhinged, but I don't think that's the intention. So, I mean, knowing John Cena's like history of elevating talent, or some people assume that he buries them depending on who you ask. Apparently for the Saturday night's main event, PLE, like he handpicked those who to make like a showcase during that event. David, do we expect him to be the one handpicking these matchups to ensure the right people get the spotlight, or do you think this is all going to boil down to like Triple H?
Sure, it'll be committee. Sure, it'll be committee of Cena, Triple H, probably Taker, Shawn Michaels.
Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he emphasized that he's putting his name on it, so that he was saying that that's why it's going to be good. Otherwise, he wouldn't put his name on it. So I imagine he's got some pull as far as like what it's going to look like and all that. So I mean,
I'm trying to envision what the Cena Classic Championship is. Like, is it a belt? Is it a giant cup? Is it a diamond plate? Like, I don't know what the
It's nothing.
It's
'Cause
not
you
like a
can't
Dustin
see
Classic.
it. Ha.
A giant hand,
Not even. It's just literally invisible.
golden hand.
They're just like pretending to put the belt on.
Yeah, they're like, all right, here you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
thank
a mime.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Mime. Yeah.
That would be crazy, but I would kind of live for that shit. If it was literally like, all right, yeah, I got the belt.
That'd be awesome.
And it could literally just be tied into like the gingerbread man story where everyone's just gaslighting Sami Zayn into thinking like he was always there, and like people cared all of a sudden that gingerbread man died. Just keep gaslighting him that there's an actual belt that they're holding.
That
Now we're
gingerbread
cooking.
man was like so left field. Like when I saw that stuff like just popping up on social media, I'm like, what is this? What is going on? Because I didn't even put two and two together at first because I just saw a freaking gingerbread man in a casket. And I'm like, what is going on here?
People were shitting on it, but I'm getting a kick of all out of
It
all
is
these
funny.
like gingerbread man and iconic wrestling historical moments, just like
He's been
and
there.
crazy ass shit.
What do you mean? He's
Yeah.
always been there.
Yeah, I mean, like this was like the Trick Williams Sami Zayn feud. So like it's literally like he called him a gingerbread man because he's a ginger, and that like it wasn't deeper than that. And then they just kept using this freaking gingerbread man in their segments, and now it's just been turning into all these crazy ass pictures. Like I saw people complaining, like it was like just nonstop, like complaining about it under like the YouTube videos. I don't know. I'm getting a kick out of that shit. I don't care.
I'm sure
like
people are
Simon
mad
Miller.
about the mini housens. Like
Yeah,
people
I mean,
got
like
pissed about
that's the other thing was like the mini house and stuff. I got a huge kick out of that shit. It was like
That
his
was El
cloning machine
Torito.
gone wrong. Yeah, I mean, like it was a cloning machine
it?
gone wrong, and he
Yeah,
got
Otto
like
Minihausen.
he got his Danhausens, but like they got like just half his size, and then they shoved him all back again, and then they cloned some more. Like that was genius. I thought that was a giant. Like they like oh, it could have been somebody else. Like yeah, and then you put Jelly Roll in there, you're gonna be complaining that fucking Jelly Rolls coming out of that stupid box, you know. So
Right.
I prefer it to be like 10, 15 mini houses.
And we know how you guys get when the wrong person comes out the box.
Yeah,
Right.
We ain't doing that again.
Yeah, we're not
we ain't
doing
doing that again.
I mean, at this point, just understanding that Danhausen is a ridiculous character and he's outrageous and he's supposed to be this crazy, character. Like when you see it, it's like, duh, of course it was a bunch of mini houses.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they're going to be in the John Cena Classic, have one of the mini housens win the whole thing.
It's like a unit. They're like standing.
Yeah,
on top
actually,
of each
yeah.
other's
Not just
shoulder.
one of them. Yeah, they just have all 5 or 10 of them.
Like that Pokemon
face
that's like a
whoever.
school of fish and turns into like one giant fish.
Yeah, exactly. I think that'd be genius, actually.
You see that
So,
new shirt
yeah.
design? Just real quick. You see that shirt design?
Oh,
with the mini
I think
houses?
I did. Yes, I think I did. It's the Danhausen shirt with like the mini housens.
Yeah, they're like circling him or something.
Yeah. That shirt's gonna sell out too.
Yeah. You might have to buy
So
it.
just tying back to the Cena Classic Championship, do you feel like the fan voted winner is a one-time gimmick for this tournament, or do you think it could be the start of a new interactive era for WWE programming?
I'm guessing it has everything to do with like how it goes. Like what's the reception? So they'll try it, they'll test it, and then if it's pretty mute, then probably won't go forward with something similar. Or they just revamp it. But I mean, then it's just like, what do? You throw out the whole thing, and John Cena was like, "Yeah, I'm putting my name on it, and this is gonna be a thing." And then it's like, psych.
Yeah. I mean, they've done plenty of things before that crashed and burned, like the whole Butterbean situation where they were fighting for real, like it's not like they've never tried new gimmicks and it's never crashed and burned before. So,
Right.
they've also done the Andre the Giant, battle memorial or whatever. And then it took a break, and then they brought it back again. Miss WrestleMania lasted 1 year, and Santino won that shit. It's
Al Santino.
Yeah, Santina. My bad. I'm sorry. Santina Morella won, and then they never did it again. So it could, and I think I'd rather them be creative and try something new than just keep doing the same thing. What do you think, David? Do you think this could be the start of a new interactive era? Could this be a new version of Cyber Sunday, and they're tying this into, I don't know, the Club WWE app or whatever this thing is going to be?
I think it'll be an annual thing for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if John Cena wants to be still involved in the product. He's not going to be doing matches, but if you could put his stamp on it and just, yeah, make future superstars, I think that's the right step for him.
Win that Triple C.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So with that, we want to move on to the last segment of the podcast.